Have you ever been scrolling through the news and it just feels like a total mess? You've got tech, you've got finance, you've got politics, and none of it seems connected. Well, today, we're going to show you that not only are they connected, they're all part of one massive story, a great convergence that is literally remaking our world. And it all starts with a few key events that, on the surface, couldn't seem more different. Okay, first you have this number, $5 trillion. That's the mind-blowing valuation of one single company, the chipmaker Nvidia. It's a symbol of just immense, concentrated power in the tech world. Now hold that thought, because at the very same time, a completely different story was unfolding. And it was this: $300 million. Not created, but vaporized, just wiped out from the crypto markets in a matter of minutes. I mean, we're talking about a chaotic, decentralized financial storm. The total opposite of Nvidia's steady climb. Then, way over here, far away from the market chaos and the soaring tech valuations, you get this: a quiet, very deliberate decision from the U.S. Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. No flash, no drama, just a single move from a central institution that sends ripples across the entire globe. And, just to really stir the pot, the very backbone of the internet, Amazon Web Services, goes down. Widespread outages reminding all of us just how fragile this digital world of ours really is. So what on earth connects all of this? Let's break it down. To make sense of any of this, you've got to understand that there are four incredibly powerful worlds, and they're all operating on the very same stage now. You've got big tech, the crypto frontier, the global economy, and of course, high-stakes politics. So let's start with the titans of tech. I mean, these are companies that have economies the size of entire nations. You see Nvidia hitting that multi-trillion-dollar number, Google pulling in colossal revenues every quarter. But all that concentrated power has a flip side. It's fragile. When Amazon's web services go down, it's a massive wake-up call that huge parts of our digital lives depend on a single point of failure. Then you jump over to the crypto frontier, and wow, is it a world of wild extremes. 1 minute, you see $100 million just liquidated in a flash crash, an hour of pure panic. But in the very next breath, you've got major players like Michael Saylor saying Bitcoin's going to soar to $150,000. And all the while, new innovation just keeps bubbling up, with new platforms being launched, even from the ashes of the old ones. Meanwhile, you've got the world of the global economy, which is pretty much run by central banks. The Fed cuts interest rates, a classic move to try and get the economy going. They also announced the end of quantitative tightening, which, is a super technical term, but it's basically just them shrinking the money supply to keep inflation in check. These decisions, they sound so abstract, but their power is absolute. And, as we're about to see, a single offhand comment from the Fed chair can shake markets to their very core. And all of this is playing out on the global stage of high-stakes politics. All of a sudden, Nvidia's AI chips aren't just a tech product. They're a key bargaining point between the U.S. and China. We're seeing new alliances pop up over technology and trade, while old economic weapons like tariffs are constantly being reevaluated. Every single move is connected. Okay, so what happens when these worlds don't just share a stage, but they actually collide? Let's look at the exact moment a single speech in Washington, D.C. triggered a billion-dollar earthquake in the digital world of crypto. It all starts with these words. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, he's at a press conference, and he makes a pretty straightforward comment. He warns that a government shutdown will, of course, affect the economy. I mean, that sounds predictable, right? Just a standard statement from the world of economic policy. But the immediate result of those pretty standard words? This number. $300 million. That is how much was liquidated, gone, from crypto traders in the 15 minutes after Powell started talking. It is a perfect, brutal example of this direct, real-time connection. A central banker's words about domestic politics instantly trigger a massive sell-off in a supposedly separate, decentralized digital market. The worlds have collided. And look, this wasn't some fluke. This is the new reality. We can see this economic ripple effect playing out all over the place, where a political decision in one corner of the world creates very real economic consequences for everyone else. Let me give you another example. The cause: the government imposes tariffs. The effect, and this is according to the Fed chair himself, was higher overall inflation. A political decision directly impacts the price you and I pay at the store. It's a clear, undeniable ripple effect. And this convergence, it goes even deeper. A tech company's product, in this case, Nvidia's advanced AI chips, is no longer just a business matter. No way. It is now a primary topic of negotiation between the leaders of the United States and China. Technology has officially become a centerpiece of global power. So the worlds of tech, politics, and economics are all merging together. And as they do, big money starts to flow across borders that used to be completely separate, especially that line between traditional finance and the crypto frontier. A huge driver of this is financial innovation. Take a tool born in the crypto world, perps, or perpetual futures. They basically let traders bet on an asset's price forever, without an expiration date. This creates a super liquid 24/7 market. Well, now, that same tech is being brought over to traditional stocks, essentially importing crypto's DNA right into Wall Street and blurring the lines completely. And the money is absolutely following this trend. You've got these legacy giants like Mastercard making huge bets, buying up crypto startups for billions. But then, to put that in perspective, just look at the scale of big tech. Google's revenue in a single quarter makes that massive acquisition look tiny. It just shows you the incredible amount of capital at play, all looking for a home in this new converged landscape. And that brings us right back to this number, $5 trillion. When a single tech company is valued this high, it's not just a company anymore. It's a geopolitical and economic force all on its own, with a balance sheet that rivals the GDP of major countries. So let's tie all of this together. What is the new global game plan? What does this convergence of tech, money, and power actually mean for all of us? So what's the takeaway here? It means we are living in a new reality with 3 core rules. Rule 1, technology is no longer just an industry, it is geopolitics. Rule 2, markets that were once on the fringe, like crypto, are now hardwired into the global economy, and they react instantly to policy shifts. And Rule 3, big money is erasing the old borders, moving massive amounts of capital into these new digital frontiers. And this all leads us to one final, really critical question. In a world this tightly wound, this hyperconnected, where a single speech can crash a market and a silicon chip can become a bargaining tool between superpowers, where does the next shockwave come from? And will we even see it coming?